Right, we're back with Gen4 Factory. It's been a while since I did Gen4 Factory singles kind of properly. I did play to 28 yesterday on Twitch, so we're starting at Smart AI. I have got level 100 and level 50 both at a streak of 28. I'm hoping we can get some good games in today. I guess a few important announcements. So next week is going to be the start of the Battle Factory. This is Gen 3 Battle Factory. Seeded Season 1. Each week there'll be a new seeded draft and there'll be people competing. I'll be playing. I know a lot of other people are playing too. You can find all the info for that on the Discord, I think. Would be the best place to look. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, the Seller VR is, it's funny because I wanted to commission art on the Gen 4 Factory, and I was like, it's nice to give artists a reference. And I found, like, random fan art with Celebi in it. And I said something like this would be nice, and I think the artist took that as, it must have Celebi in it as well, which is fine. It doesn't matter. It's quite funny. Yeah, England did win. Somehow. I don't know how I feel about the disallowed goal, but Norway's disallowed goal, that is. I feel like Haaland got pushed first, but whatever. It is what it is. Not as controversial as the dive in the Switzerland-Argentina game. So yeah, we're doing level 100 first, unless I misclicked. So, round 5 of level 100, you can face set 4 trainers still, and they're super deadly, even though they're only 12 IVs. So, this is why round 5 is like hard. Mama Swine 4 is a very good start though. Gliscor 4. Porygon 24. Maldo 3. Swampert 4. Regigigas 2. Take Regigigas. Do we really want to lose immediately? The paradox of liking Messi but not liking Argentina is where I'm at. Thanks, Coco. Right, we actually needed to pick. There was no type spec, so we do have quite free reign on this. The fact that with download, it does push me more towards Porygon. I don't like leading download, but then I can't remember when, but I think it was me. I think the chance of getting a special attack download boost is actually about 60 to 70% in Gen 4. It feels better to switch in on download to choose a download boost, but the downside obviously is that Porygon is only base 60 speed. So it's difficult to get a revenge kill like that. It works better on Porygon Z. In some ways, I prefer Porygon 2 to be Trace. Also, I don't know, like, because this is why level 50 is easier. At level 50, we would know the enemy set, and we would therefore know if we can use Mirror Coat. But some of the enemies on this round, we will not know their set, and therefore it's not always guaranteed to be able to Mirror Coat, because there are a lot of sets in the factory that have physical and special moves. There's no way it's Regigigas. There's no way. Leftovers being blocked is something at least, but yeah. A lot of people ask in the Gen 3 streams, they ask about item clause on your items versus the enemy's items. Gen 3 item clause doesn't work that way, but Gen 4 does. So if I take this Mamoswine, I can't face an enemy of Life Orb. I think we will go... I'm very tempted to go the all-ground team. And bait the loss into an... into one of the very few good grass types in the game. I don't know. I'll be playing the Gen 3 Factory. I'll be playing the Seeded season, definitely. And I think that'll be fun. And I'll be streaming all my stuff, obviously. In terms of going back to Gen 3 Factory, like, record attempts, like, it's such a big grind, I don't know. I think there's other things I want to do first. I'm stalling quite badly here. I wonder if we should, the logic behind leading Swampert is that Swampert's a little bit tricky to switch in. If you switch into Swampert and then you're still slower than the enemy, they get 2 shots on Swampert, and there are enemies that are strong enough to 2-shot it, and then Swampert does nothing. So if you lead Swampert, obviously you don't have to swap into it. So I'm leaning towards Swampert lead. Mamoswine is fine in the back, just a little bit risky in terms of the Pokemon that are fast in it, and I can go for the one-shot. I really want to bring Gliscor. Gliscor Mamoswine in the back is asking for trouble. It really is. I'd be worried about the waters. It's tricky, isn't it? There's a lot of options. I think Armado is too slow, and we're not using Stone Edge. I'm thinking about it. The issue with, like, Swampert, Porygon, Gliscor, I don't like that. I think I'd actually lead Porygon. Do we leave behind Mamoswine 4? Mamoswine 4 is a really good Pokemon. It's surprisingly fast. It has good physical bulk. It does also have a lot of weaknesses, though. And I'm worried about facing these set 4 enemy trainers. Yeah, so in so past 28 in Gen 4, and past 28 in level 100 and past 49 in level 50, you can find legendaries. Yep. I'm circling in on this team. Porygon 24. I think it's this. No, the seeded runs shouldn't have had rigged RNG. It's just whatever. It might have looked like that, but, you know, the thing about Factory, you gotta understand, is everyone does this. Whenever anyone plays, they always complain about the luck they get. But I don't think anyone actually has particularly good or bad luck, just how it works out. What's some of the best Pokemon to get in the draft? Well, Gliscor and Swampert are definitely very good, but the best thing we could have found here is probably Latios 3 as an elevation. We weren't offered that, which is fine. It does somewhat closely track the Pokemon that are good in other formats, like the Pokemon that are good in Ubers and OU are also good in the Factory, generally speaking. There are just some sets. There are some Pokemon that have really bad sets, though, and then they're not good. Okay, because it's a Pokekid, this isn't any set trainer. So this is a 16 IV trainer. Could be any set. Rotom fan. Okay. That's for Alligator. It's any set. It won't be for Alligator 4 because we have Lumberry. So the item clause applies between these two Pokemon. So it's not for Alligator 4. Apart from that, it can kind of be anything. It's tricky. So for Alligator 2 will not superpower at full HP. We're safe from that. For Alligator 3 will Focus Blast, and for Alligator 1 is just going to Waterfall. I'm half thinking about going Swampert. The downside of Swampert is just the chance that for Alligator gets a crit pretty much, and I hate how going Swampert is bad against for Alligator 1 when for Alligator 1 is the best Porygon matchup. I think we'll just try attack. Okay, it's obviously for Alligator 3, so hopefully it doesn't crit us. We'll be fine as long as we don't get crit, because we can revenge with Gliscor. And Porygon is not showing up in the overlay, is it? There we go. Yeah, if we crit or get paralyze or freeze, that would be nice. We do not. Unfortunately, because we're low HP, it can now use any move, well, not Ancient Power, but any other move to kill us, and I can't risk switching in on Ice Beam with Gliscor, and Swampert is slower. So I think we do probably let Porygon faint here. It is what it is. Unless you miss Focus Blast. Yeah, we can add Wise Glasses to the items that cannot be on Pokemon in the back. There's also Species Clause. Okay, so there's Latios. It won't be Latios 2 again because of Lumberry, but it can be any of the others. Wow, it's Latios 3 would be a massive problem. Latios 3 is arguably the best set in the factory. Okay. So there's a few options here. Like, we can go Swampert. Latios 3 is always going to Energy Ball Swampert because it doesn't understand how Window Berry reduces the damage. So we can go Swampert and Mirror Coat. The downside is that it might be Latios 1. And then if we go Mirror Coat on Calm Mind, that's a disaster. What I'm definitely not doing is going Gliscor, though. Just be throwing it away. So it is always going to be Swampert. I'm just really concerned about the duality of Mirror Coat or not. This is why level 50 is easier. You don't have these problems at level 50 as much. I think I do have to Mirror Coat. It is what it is. There's also Bright Powder and Focus Band to worry about as well, isn't there? Let me quickly double check that this is definitely a kill. Just about, okay. In that case, I'm going to Avalanche. Because it's better against Calm Mind. The chance of missing Mirror Coat is the same as the chance of missing Avalanche anyway. Mirror Coat is not guaranteed to always hit. Okay. Please crit it. I don't want to worry about being crit myself. Now we get focus banded and lose. Or we get crit and lose. It'd be very funny to just immediately lose. Okay. Please. Oh yeah, there's our crit. The useless crit. Yes, Drift Blim. It's not going to be Drift Blim free because that's Wise Glasses, which is the same item as for Alligator. It might be a good idea to swap here because of Drift Blim 4. I think I do prefer staying in slightly. A little bit worried about Drift Blim 2 burning Gliscor, which is super unlikely. It's not actually going to do that because Will-O-Wisp is not used if it's resisted, actually. Will-O-Wisp does a type check. But I could still miss Stone Edge and then it's close, right? And if I hit the Avalanche first... Enough to do it. Okay. Just don't crit. Okay. The swap options here are weird. Because Latios 1 is not actually that good. Too many things fast in it. It only hits 130 at 50. We'd never take Drift Blim 1. We'd never take for Alligator 3. It would be Latios 1 if we did do a swap. Latios is a very nice switch into Porygon as well, because it was this fighting. No, there's no IV bug in Gen 4. Steel. Steel is somewhat rare. That does put me off Latios a bit. Swampert. Gliscor very good into Steel. We could get rid of Porygon. We could say Porygon's like quite a mid lead, and if the Steel is on the lead, we can swap out on that. I'm actually thinking more and more that taking Gliscor was a mistake. I should have taken Mamoswine, but it's fine. I'll try my best to fix the team. I don't like Porygon in the lead slot. Take Latios. Baton pass to Slackberry boost from Drift Blim 1. Okay, I don't think there's any item clause logic here. So we're completely fine against Meganium 1, and to a lesser extent, Meganium 3. Meganium 2 is only annoying. Meganium 4 putting up light screen is also quite annoying, actually. We want to build time, for sure. I think that's the biggest... It's the biggest thing. You don't want to kill this while... Light Screen and Reflect turns are still up if it is Meganium 3 or 4. I quite like leading off with Thunder Wave. The major downside to that would be I might be losing a bit too much time against Meganium 2 if it leads off with Toxic. Perhaps we go for the Psychic. Like, could just try and crit it. If we fail the kill, we can then go Calm Mind. Blink. YouTuber motor lacking, aren't they? We did actually get the crit. Okay. Huh. I thought we would kill 3 and 4 with a crit, but that's fine. I don't hate the idea of Thunder Wave, but I think I'd rather go for this security of this. I'm a bit worried about Overgo critting me here. It was more likely to be 4 because 3 really likes using Ring Out at high HP. Nice Omni boost. It's actually faster than me now, which is quite annoying. Yeah, 7 TV. 100 is the best here. I wouldn't say it's the best. I would say level 50 is easier. I know it's gonna want to use Frenzy Plant or Hyper Beam. I know. I'm just gonna wait for it. Why does Sephiroth have Least Summon Ring Out? Because that's the magic of the factory. Doesn't have to make sense. We'll preserve PP on Psychic. A Lax Incense miss would have been quite funny as well. Important crit. Latios is 2 for 2 on crits. We know the other Pokemon in the back is also going to be Steel, and therefore this probably is the best chance to do something. It's not Bastiodon 1 because that's also Focus Band. But with RNG and Slave States. Fair enough. I just really want to put Bastiodon 3 below 90% HP so it doesn't double team as often. I think that's better than going for the Thunder Wave. Hey, Hughes. Okay. So you should see a kill with Stone Edge now, which is fine. I could go Swampert. Feels best. Like, Gladios is not completely useless. There were, like, the last Pokemon could easily be Skarmory or something. Or it could be, as long as I can get the Thunder Wave off, then that might be really helpful for Gliscor as well. Nice miss. It's really difficult in Factory, though, to know if you should be, because you don't know what's in the back, to know if you should be keeping Pokemon alive or you should be sacrificing Pokemon for guaranteed kills and so on. It can't actually be Metagross 2 again. Wise Glass's block still applies from the previous fight. Because we could have swapped for Feraligatr, this Metagross can't be Metagross 2. Because the game basically never allows you to have 2 Pokemon in the same item. We'll be fine here. Because Latios is alive, we're safe even from like Quick Claw Explosion on Gliscor and so on. It's a big crit. I should live. Yeah. So we've got the opportunity to take Metagross over Gliscor, I feel. And then we have the Dragon Water Steel core that's so famous in the Frontier. Like, we've even got the water with an ice type move. I think we are going to do that. Thanks, Gavi. Those are all set 4s. I'm pretty sure it was not a set 4 opponent there. It was a school kid, wasn't it? So Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver are... There's a very small difference in terms of how the boss battle works, but they're basically exactly the same. It's just that the interface on Heart Gold Soul Silver is slightly nicer. I would say if you're new, because Emerald, the gold print is at 42 instead of 49, it is easier. Yeah, Metagross 1 is also adamant. It's a good point. Is Metagross 1 a downgrade on Gliscor? Gen 3 and Gen 4 have a lot in common. Much more in common than they have as differences, but there are some small differences. I think the biggest one is if you play a lot of Emerald or you play a lot of Gen 4, you can't transfer your set knowledge over. Like the Latios sets in Gen 4 are very different to the Latios sets in Gen 3. But the way to generally approach the game is the same. I'm worried about downgrading. That's an Ace Trainer. So Ranger and Ace Trainers share the overworld sprites. So the difference between the boss battles is that in Platinum, Fortin uses set 4 Pokemon in level 100 on the Silver Print fight. Whereas in Heart Gold Soul Silver, it's always set 1 on the Silver fight and set 4 on the Gold fight. They just have it slightly backwards. It doesn't make much difference. Set 1 and set 4 are very similar in terms of overall power levels. You speed up in this sometimes if it's... Generally, it's not worth it. I'll do it if there's some kind of like stall out, I guess. Let's think about this for a second. The problem with Latios 1 is always the lack of speed. It's always the problem. The obvious switch is to go Gliscor, but it's... I'm slightly concerned about Heracross 3. Yeah, I think the fact that... So it can't be Heracross 1 because of Focus Ban, but Heracross 3 and 4 are both super scary. Heracross 3 has a Cobra Berry, so it would live Aerial Ace. Which is important, really. Yeah, reduces flying damage, exactly. We might be taking Heracross 4. The downside of Heracross, the Endure Reversal sets, they are so vulnerable to weather setting Pokemon. Milo. No, it's Heracross 4. Because it didn't Stone Edge and it didn't have Cobra Berry. I think I'm stuck in. It's not too bad. I'm a little bit worried about. In some ways, the worst one might be Milo 2. Is the overlay lying? One second. I completely forgotten Gen 4's set logic. No, it should be 16 IV. I don't like going Swampert because of Milo 3. I don't know if I'll ever be releasing the overlay. That was a massive problem with the overlay a few weeks ago, and it took almost 7 hours to fix it. I don't think I'm going to be running tech support for people. Bro, I said before the fight, actually. I said before the fight it's a rain. I said before the fight it was an ace train, so it's set 4. So we are a little bit vulnerable here. I'm trying to weigh up if I'd actually rather Thunderwave ever. I don't think I would. I can definitely partially release it. I was responding to chat and I forgot. I simply forgot. But the overlay is actually not set up to be configured with Factory anyway, so the set is not going to appear on the overlay ever. I don't think it would act to have crit. I think probably got lucky on the roll. I think we're going to take Heracross. Feels almost certain. There's a lot of time. I've made mistakes on this match already. On this stream already. Unfortunately, I'm getting increasingly cooked sitting here. I had the aircon on before the stream started, but as time goes on, I'm just getting hotter and hotter. Which definitely means I'm going to start playing worse and worse. Shorts kid. Shorts kid is definitely any set. I don't have real aircon, I have portable aircon. So it's not Blaziken 1 because we have Selakbo and Heracross. Outside of that. Only really scared about Shadow Claw crit and Night Slash crit. It sounds like a crazy thing to do, but I'm actually strongly considering going Heracross. The major downside to Heracross would actually be the chance of Stone Edge critting from Blaziken 3, because Blaziken 3 is not always guaranteed to go on Shadow Claw. Because Shadow Claw can miss the +1, and then Stone Edge can get +1 for being high crit. The chance of that happening is super low, and Stone Edge also has to crit Heracross after that. Still feels much better than staying in though, right? The issue that the UK has is it's just so humid. It's really thick in the air. Bong, ba, bong, bong, ba, bong. Oh yeah, I need to put in Heracross. My overlay doesn't do anything unless I tell it to. That's an interesting swap in. So although I'd be most scared of Articuno 3, it's actually quite unlikely to be Articuno 3 because the rest all have super effective moves on the switch in for Heracross. It is very tempting to just go on Endure. If Articuno 1 uses Fly, I probably do go Swampert. Yeah, I think it's fine. That's not necessarily going to give me 1 HP, is it? That's quite annoying. Do we just take it? I think we just take it. Like, it's fine. The worst thing that could happen here would be an Ominous Wind or Ancient Power Omni boost, as it kills me. They can definitely be 3 or 4, yeah. We've crit? Okay. That's a good way of avoiding the loss as well. So it could be quick attacked, but that's it. We don't care about finding out the Floatzel set. Youngster Colby set 2. Yeah, the factory overlay is I didn't finish writing it. It's gonna assume that it's tower, I think. I'm not taking Articuno anyway. It wouldn't make any difference, I don't think. Floatzel is really bad. Unfortunately, it's fast, but that's it. It's so vulnerable to being killed easily and doesn't hit hard. This is definitely set 4. I really, really, really want to go Thunder Wave, but I know I should be attacking. Might also be a good idea to keep Latios alive since we've seen Steel as an enemy type. I should have gone for Thunder Wave. It would have been really funny. The problem with Thunder Wave is that if Bravebird had killed me, I would have looked very stupid. We could let Latios faint so that we can get max power reversal, but I don't like playing endure reversal Pokemon like that. Okay, again, we've got no speed, so this kind of doesn't matter. I'm going to be in huge trouble if I'm going to have to hit the Aqua Tail, basically. Could have switched to Swampert on that, but there was always a chance it went for Shadow Ball or Sludge Bomb instead. Oh no, the Pokemon in the middle can have a super effective move against Latios. It's just that it has a worse type matchup than Gengar. But Gengar has quite a good type matchup with the Latios because it does have the Ghost on Psychic line. I don't like using Avalanche because it's going to use Destiny Bond if I do that. Please don't crit me. Okay. Could go for Aqua Tail, predicting that it Quick Claws and we get Torrent, but I'm not going to do that. Definitely going to be vulnerable to Quick Claw sometimes here. Surviving would be nice, but it is adamant. Nice. So now it needs back-to-back quick claws. Yeah. Gengar swap for Swampert is quite tempting because I fix all my speed issues then. Psychic. Ironically, Psychic isn't actually that great for Gengar. Let's keep it. I'll teach you who is right. God, these trainers. It was Gengar 4 in the previous match, so Lumberry is blocked. Which is good, because for Alligator 4 would have been terrifying. I see the appeal of switching to Swamp, but I just don't want to do it. It's hard to say how good Latios is going to be into a Psychic spec. Let's not overthink that. Let's just go for it. Let's not overthink this. Latios is not necessarily amazing. Could easily be like Metagross, Jinx, Bonzong. Have you crit me? Have you crit me? No. Okay. Jinx was always going to win the switching decision against every Pokemon that is like. Oh, it can't be Jinx 2. It can, but it's very unlikely. I don't want to swap out of a Choice Specs Ice Beam. Definitely not. And if we're staying in, we're only faster than Jinx 1. Like, I think we just go for Broke. I think it is fun to wave, actually. Because it doesn't matter if we don't kill. It is actually Jinx 1, okay. That's fine. Would we rather go Heracross or Swampert first? There's reasons to go both. They both don't want to be sent in first, really, because Swampert wants to know if Miracle is an option, and Heracross wants to know whether or not it needs to use Endure on turn 1. But between the two of them, I think I'd rather put Heracross in first. It's a little bit marginal. There are definitely Psychic types where I'm going to be unsure if I should be using Endure, Megahorn, or Earthquake. Bah, 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 bah. I think I just Earthquake. No need to risk the miss. I want to use Endure, but I don't think that really achieves anything. Medicham 4 could Fire Punch anyway. You don't get any bonus points for winning with 2 Pokemon alive versus 1. You just need to win. Nice crit. What am I to do? Final trainer is 20 IVs. Nothing doing. It's not the mighty Propass 3 because of Scope Lens on Metasham. If Ice Punch freezes Swampert, what we can actually do is go Heracross and then switch back in on the Fire Punch to unfreeze. So this seems completely safe to me. Okay. Ambipom is always really scary because of its sheer damage output. We're okay against most of these. It's scary with Endure that we can't always guarantee the Endure because double hit could miss and Fire Punch could burn. Aquatel might be better here because of the decent chance I get Torrent, but I'm gonna EQ. Okay. So that tells me it has to be pickup. Because Technician Ambipom 1 does more damage with a single double hit than it does with Brick Break. Yeah, definitely ignore the overlay. Jogger Cult. Set free, that's not true. It misread. Ambipom is Apom. Dash. The thing is, we saw Jinx, so it's not Rapidash 1 or 4. Those are both Chesto. And we saw for Alligator, so it's not Rapidash 2 because that's White Herb. So we actually know it's Rapidash 3. You gonna Horn Drill me? There's the Bright Powder. That's not Horn Drill. It would have been fine. Like it would have had to burn Heracross and hit the Horn Drill on Latios as well. Bum, bum, bum. That's the end of round 5. What's the AI for Okamoos? It's got a 25% chance to get +1 instead of +0. So generically, there's about a 62.5% chance they get used. In Gen 3, there's no AI, so it's just like often it's a 50-50 between the Oko move and the strongest move. Shuckle 2, Dusknoir 4, Meganium 1, Latios 3, Metacham 2, Ambipom 4. What? This is like some kind of voodoo. I'm really confused because some of those are good and some of those aren't. Hilarious, okay. It's a little bit of a shame. You're back. I mean, it partially worked, CISO's voodoo summoning. We're not taking Shuckle free though. Yeah, you got Chris ones each rock. This is gonna be this is a weird one. I kind of want to lead Swampert. I'm not sure what the third Pokemon is going to be here. It's Swampert and Cress. I'll put those in now. You've got a few options. The second water, it probably is Blastoise. Physical Raikou, like Raikou 2 is not bad. It is fast. And it is fairly bulky, but it's a little bit disappointing, isn't it? I don't like you because you're physically frail on the more common attacking side, which is the physical side, and you're slow as well. And then Shuckle is Shuckle. I think it's Blastoise. Take Blastoise as a not embarrassing Pokemon. True, I mean it could use Power Trick, and then it could sweep. Shuckle 2. Bum, 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 bum. Collector Marquez. We're definitely staying in. The problem with ramp is always ramp 4. It's fine though. Ramp 4 would never crit me. This doesn't narrow it down at all. Like, this is the problem with level 100, is that we don't know if this is physical or special, and therefore we don't know whether or not we can click the move Mirror Coat. How do I feel about being Leaf Stormed? That's the real question, isn't it? I think if it happens, it happens. We can go, what do we do after that? I don't know how I feel about basing a Leaf Storm on Blastoise as well. Mirror Coat the Dark type. True. I quite like going Cress, but I think I'm overreacting to Shiftry 3 slightly, maybe. The problem with going Cress is that Shiftry 4 actually does do somewhat good pressure with Seed Bomb. I also really don't like going and giving Shiftry 2 a load of free turns of Double Team. That's fine. It won't crit. It won't crit, it's fine. We now have to decide if we want to save Swampert or not, though. That's the next part of this. What emote is this? Does that let me click on it? YouTube confuses me. So Shuckle useful because it rules out Walrein free of Lax Incense. Level 50 set 5 is awful, it is true. Like, we took about 240. It was probably Shiftry 1. Shiftry 4 is Adamant, Shiftry 1 is Jolly. So Shuckle maybe could have swept this. All Shuckle had to do was dodge the Rampardos attack. Mushroom? Are you talking about the Choppleberry? Choppleberry halves the damage of a fighting type attack. If it's super effective. Yeah, Mystery Box Ramp. Oh, it's not Ramp 4, but Mystery Box Ramp. I'm pretty sure it's Shiftry 1. We should have actually used, I should have used Ice Beam on Walrein to check its ability. I'm starting to wish that I'd put Blastoise in the front, but it's fine. I'm not expecting to play well today with the heat. That's my excuse. It could be Aero 1. Even if it is, I think going double avalanche is fine. Don't freeze me. Don't crit me. No, no. Okay. Definitely a contender for one of the worst sets in the factory. Aero 2. That's an interesting swap in. It's very likely to be not set free, I think. It had to win the strongest moves. I guess Cross Chop, Dynamic Punch, and Earthquake all should win strongest move quite often. No, Aero 2 is a disaster. I quite like going Cress. The biggest downside to Cress actually would be if it is Electivire free. And he gets like a Focus Blast drop. I guess I can go back, but it's going to be Signal Beam. Like against Via 1, we're fine. We swap into Cross Chop. We could swap back into Thunder Punch. We do that until Cross Chop is out of PP, and then we kill it with Swampert. Electivire 4, very similar. We run it out of Earthquakes. Although we probably don't want to do that because of Ice Punch anyway. Via 2, we would run it out of D-Punch. But it's Via 3. Via 3 can cause a few problems. I think we're going to stay. It's pretty unlikely to be Electivire 3 though because it's special. And Aerodactyl has such low special attack. Okay, it's 4. That's fine. We might actually take 4 over Blastoise. So I think it is. I think it is fine to go Cress. Perhaps we should have set up Sun. The problem with setting up Sun is that we have 2 water types on the team. And I really don't want to give a enemy Solar Beam Pokemon access to Solar Beam as well. Okay, that's fine. It was Walrein 2 in the last game, so it's not Hariyama 3. It's also not Hariyama 1 actually because of Shiftry. If it was Shiftry 1. Okay. That's a pretty meme team. With Aero and Harima set 2. Yeah, I think we'll take Via. Bold Cresselia with max defense is a funny creature, yeah. Normal. That does slightly make me want to keep Blastoise. But it's a long round. Please go in. The paradox of Factory is always you want to run into a good Pokemon so you can swap, but you also don't want to run into a good Pokemon because it can kill you. Okay. It's too scary to switch into potential choice bands, so we just stay in. Swampert takes it. That's not Staraptor 4. Okay. King's Rock. There's no clever way to outplay the Endeavor stuff. You're just lucky that you had a... Staraptor 2 almost killing something is like always good luck for the Staraptor. Okay. It's a bit weird that you were the swap in. It does suggest Giga Impact quite heavily. Because the other Pokemon is a normal type. It's unusual to not have a good stab move on a normal type. So I think it's very likely to be Flareon 4. I do really want to go Via. I'm scared of Quick Claw from Flareon 1, I guess. Okay. Nothing to be scared of. Could be Cute Charm. Okay. That's fine. I'm a tiny bit concerned about the mirror coat. It's fine as long as the solar beam... As long as it's in solar beam crit range, I should be safe to solar beam. I don't remember buying Game Boy. I'm not even sure if my parents got me one. Yes, as a kid. Like everyone, most likely. I'm gonna go Cress. I'm worried about Thunder Punching it to here. Psychic, Mirror Coat, and then Return Crit. Whereas if I do it this way around, it has to also crit via... Honestly, there's no reason not to Sunny Day. Unless it gets a double return crit, which would be really funny. Of course, if it's not Cute Charm, it will be Klutz, and then Focus Band won't do anything. I just think it's so much safer the Solar Beam because of the crit risk. Wow, it really wants to Mirror Coat. It's not that likely against a pure Psychic type like Cresselia, though. Time for infinite focus bands. I'm pretty sure it was Flareon 4. Because it beat Return on the Staraptor damage calc. It's not enough reason to take Staraptor. I'm being melted. Hey, Dana. I just do not want to give you the max. I mean, it's going to fake out if it is Metasham 1. I don't like giving it a free car. Metasham 3 is a joke, but I don't like giving it a free car mind. Okay, it's 2, that's fine. I think it's just maximum damage output. So I think Cresselia being poisoned by Poison Jab is not worth the risk. Particularly against a fighting enemy where Cresselia is probably doing multiple jobs. I'll crit the Drain Punch. Maybe I should have kept Swampert healthy. The risk of Metagross is a little bit too high here, maybe. We do have Shucker Berry via 4, but it's very close to being worth the swap, isn't it? I'm coming in for free against plenty of these. It's just actually Hariyama 2, which I don't want to swap into Fling. I don't want to swap into Payback either because it could crit. I don't want to risk Aquatail miss either. I think we're good to just do the damage. Okay. There's an argument for going to Electivire first because it's going to put on more offensive pressure than Cresselia, but I'm just worried about not killing this. It is a bit surprising that there's no counter on any of the Hariyama sets. I agree. Okay. I think Snorlax 3 is unlikely because of Flareon 4 from the previous match. I am a bit concerned about Snorlax 1. Having said that, switching Electivire into Snorlax 1 is also not a great idea. And I don't want to swap against Snorlax 2 or 4. Okay. It does win the PP stalled war against Cresselia, which is awkward, but I can force it to rest and then put Vire in and Thunder Punch it. Then I can swap back and it will rest again on Gress. So I just need to force the first 2 rests, because the first rest will be Chesto Resto. The second one will be a genuine rest. So the worst thing that could happen here is actually a burn. Being frozen is probably fine because it should mix up the Fire Punch in before I die. A special defense drop would also be very nice. It might be quite close if it burns. Okay. And I don't think I want a sunny day because it will boost the power of Fire Punch also. So now we Moonlight on the rest turn. I should always win this, but I do need to play it correctly. Moonlight is 75% on sunny day. The rest sound effect is quite funny. I'm a little bit scared of being statused. I would have really liked the Spadef drop. That's a crit, but it's not a freeze. You've got it just below the 1. The middle part of the 1. There's the freeze. Unfortunately, that's just about early enough. I guess even if we stay frozen for the whole time, right? What's going to happen is that we're just going to die. Via will come in and T-punch it twice and it will die. So it has to also freeze or burn Via. Okay. The drop when we're finished using Psychic. Okay. Should be fine now. I liked how it froze on the last turn. It would have been possible to ruin the plan though. We can check its ability as well. There's not a lot of point in doing it. I guess if it's not Thick Fat, we can test out the other two, because then that can be a win via crit on the other two moves as well. Okay, that's obviously not Thick Fat. It's not like we're ever swapping for that though. Well, maybe. No type. That's probably the end of Snorlax being considered then. Ability's always random, yep. Rest is 2 turns of sleep. Yep, that's right. It's not set to because of scope lens on Hariyama. I'm really quite concerned about Heracross 1. The entire game, I guess, like, Pokemon have random abilities. I don't know about trainer battles. I generally speaking don't care. I'd love the Aqua Tail. Probably it's not very smart to do it though. Avalanche is sufficient against Heracross 1. It's just there's no escaping the focus band issue. Okay, just don't crit. $240. It probably is Hera free, isn't it? That doesn't look like Endure Range at all to me. Yeah, Heracross hits hard, definitely. Okay. Quite a big decision here. Celia will always kill it, as long as it doesn't get crit. Electivire kills Heracross 3-4-3. Because it's just faster. It might be Heracross 1 or 4. But I think I trust myself. 240 is a lot. Like, it's a 5/3 multiplier on. No, it's not quite. It's not quite enough. It's like a 40% after the damage reduction of 80% on level 100. Yeah, it's just 60 over 180, which is 240. It did 240. I think we're fine. It's not a surprise to see you switch again. I need to think about what to do if it is Whiscash 1. Okay. I kind of want to know which one it is. Okay, that's fine. I could just use Solar Beam because Sun is already up. Take less from Mirror Coat. But I want to do more damage against Credility 3 if it is going to stick itself on Ingrain. Same with Credility 2. Oh, hey, V-Breeze. How was your stream? It is coating me. Fantastic. This is not gonna be over soon. Because unfortunately, Credility can actually beat Via. It gets a crit on the first 2 turns. The drop is nice. I'm fine with critting it now because it will be too low to survive the Ice Punch. Get the Mega Heal. Sunny Day Moonlight. I feel like Credility is too far right on the sprite. It's not centered properly. You know what, actually, Electivire is always going to win this because it's blind to Shocker Berry. It's just going to Earthquake twice. And I will live 2 Earthquakes because Credility is that bad. I want to press the speed up button so badly. I don't think I want Heracross free. Adamant base 85, it's not it. It's so reliant on hitting Mega Horns to win most matchups, right? Carried your guts and... Staraptor 4 is a nice pickup as well. I don't even know what I drop. I don't want to drop Swampert for Heracross. That's a massive step down in consistency. I'm like almost falling asleep. I might have to turn on the aircon and maybe mute. We do have Rindo. And I don't want to swap into Calm Mind. Okay. Actually has to be 2. Because set 1 is Timid and the others have grass moves. And they would have used the grass move. Most likely the whip set, yes, but if it's not the whip set, it's probably set 2 as the next most likely because of the special bias that Alakazam has. I'm not sure what I'm going to do if it is Licky Licky 4. Because I really don't want it to explode. Okay. All Pokemon run max EVs, yeah. There's no IV advantage like there is in Emerald. No, that's not the case. So we can go for the win on the 1v1 with Aqua Tail, or we can just Earthquake again and then finish it off. No. The one good thing about this is it's not going to use Calm Mind because it always sees the kill. Please. Please, no. What's the correct way to order? The problem with going to Cress first is that it can give it Calm Mind boosts. I think it needs to be Electivire first. Please don't crit me. Oh, it's Suicune 1. There's no Wakanberry. I've never seen Suicune 1 do so little. Okay. Is Suicune 1 not a better Swampert? Earthquake Stab is really nice though. I don't know about that. We're the villains here. It's not the enemy. Swampert better. That's my thinking as well. Just feels weird not to take Suicune. I don't want to give up the Cress or the Electivire for different reasons. No, they don't. Palmer follows the rules. There's a big article about it on Altissimo's website in the description. Please go in. Okay. I don't know if I can really take advantage of Ominous Wind, though. Particularly if it does get the Omni boost. What I could do is I can go to Cress on Ominous. And I can go to Electivire on Thunderbolt. And get the speed boost and kill it. Is that better than just avalanching? Like, Cresselia being hit by Ominous feels bad, and if it does Omni boost with Ominous Wind, it's still fast and Electivire after the Motor Drive boost, so I don't think I'm doing it. That's the postman. Oh boy, we're gonna do guess the ability. I can't swap on the first turn. I really hate guess the ability. I really hate Bronzong. Okay, it's Zong free, that's fine. If it is levitate. The thing is, we can free shot as long as we don't miss an Aqua Tail, obviously. And we get the Torrent boost next turn. Yeah. Wonderful. Don't want to beat crit before Mirror Coat goes in. It's fine. The fact it's not Lapras 1 scares me. That doesn't... That's not a good start to this. It's also the final train of the round, so 24 IVs, so it's a speed tie between Swampert and Lapras as well. Even more fun. Okay. Ironically, even after that, it can still easily beat me. There's no AI on Perishong to check if it's the last Pokemon, of course. Fine. Anything that isn't Sheer Cold is completely fine by me. Well, that wasn't so bad for round 6. So we should have time to finish it out to Thornton, hopefully. Didn't save Swampert. Oh, Swampert. Will Swampert 4 show up again? Is this the Swampert 4 show? Oh, we missed the phone as well. Yeah, the AI does not have any checks for Perish Song. It just treats it like a random move. Bomber Snow 4. What are you? No. No. Oh dear. Okay, at least it's Licky 4, yeah. What are you? We might be dead. We might be dead. We can't take Flinch Bat. This thing is dreadful. And I'm not a fan of Empoleon 2. I really, really don't think it's ever gonna be you. Like, Abomasnow and Licky are both fine, but the team has to take 3 Pokemon, not 2. Licky 4 and Abomasnow in now. We could go Fortress and then we could just say we just lose to the fire type. I think Armaldo's better than Empoleon. It's close. I think it is Armaldo. On a good team, Empoleon is better because he doesn't have to get as many kills, but on this team, because our team is bad, we probably need the third Pokemon to actually be able to secure kills from full in 1v1s. What if you become Steven Stone again? True. Give any ability to Fortress, what would it be? Wonder Guard? Speed boost? I think it's Armaldo. Blocking Life Orb isn't bad. We're dead. Probably. There's a good chance. Steven Challenge has not been going well since clearing the pyramid. We did beat the pyramid, but since then I haven't cleared anything. I've been playing a lot offline as well. I have not got anywhere. I don't know. I don't really have opinions about ROM hack stuff. Okay, well... I am caught between wanting to body slam and wanting to earthquake. And I guess a rogue option is Armaldo. I think it's actually Body Slam, because Body Slam's better into Nidoking 1. Because of counter. Okay, it's a special set, that's fine. I was worried about Nidoking 2. It's definitely rivalry damage, so I'm not worried about Poison Point. You're gonna paralyze it? Where's my paralysis? What we could do is we could switch to a Bomber Snow on the Earth Power, then go to Armaldo on the Sludge Bomb. Then Armaldo can die instead of Licky. I think what we need to do instead is stay in and pray that the next Pokemon in is somehow going to faint to Explosion by being unbelievably slow. Kind of interesting though, because obviously I've got Life Orb on Armaldo, so it's not Blastoise 3. I've got Shell Bell on a Bomber Snow, so it's not Blastoise 2 or 4. So we know it's Blastoise 1. Which means we also know the Pokemon on the back does not have a fighting move. Earthquake won't kill Nidoking at full, no. Much better to go for the paralysis. So if we get the pump miss, we want to explode. It's fine. We do take a lot of damage doing this, but I don't see an alternative. I think if we took 2 pumps, a Bomber Snow would basically be dead. With the recoil added in. At least you didn't confuse me. We get a bit of this back from Shell Bell, but 1/3 minus 1/8 is still a lot. Yeah, the last Pokemon has to be bad. It's not set 4. It's Shell Bell. Thought we missed for half a second. Yeah, Ram 4 is scary. Wow. We did a lot. I did a lot more than I thought. It's definitely dead to Hail, which is nice. We should live that as well. Vespiquen is modest, but it's not going to be enough, surely. Yeah. We kind of have to take Blastoise, unfortunately. I almost think it doesn't matter what the next trainer's spec is. We have to take Blastoise over Armaldo. Poison. Okay, you're making me question that a little bit. Abomasnow is much, much better than Armaldo. No, we're taking Blastoise. Can't take Nidoking though. It's rivalry. It's the wrong ability. Tobias. Well, this is awkward. I think we need to explode because of the Leaf Storm sets. If we don't explode, we let them go Leaf Storm into Sludge Bomb. Then they can Sludge Bomb or Leaf Storm the final. Yeah, but we have to explode. That's so cursed, but whatever. Way too much. Definitely need to change the way it's written. Can't believe I exploded on Rosevade. The problem is I had no time. Like, I didn't have time to swap. Okay. It did react to Licky, which means it's very likely to be 1, 3, or 4 since they have fighting moves. It's going to be extremely awkward if it does go U-turn. Please. It'll fake out first, but if it U-turns next, that'll be very awkward. Okay. Just don't miss. We could maybe take Infernate free. Yeah, but we could have missed Pump is the issue. It was Tobias, right? And we're 288, so we're 20. 181. It's a speed tie. Probably should always Icy Wind even without the speed tie. It's not. It's not Nidoqueen 2 because of Scope Lens on Vespiquen 1. This thing's also Rivalry. We just need to put it into Earthquake range on Abomasnow. Which means just using moves that have better accuracy until then. I'm definitely going to get destroyed by a good trainer at some point. The first 2 battles here, the enemy didn't have very good sets either. So Razor Claw or Papaya on that one. It is more likely to be Razor Claw because it didn't use Charm. Ground. I was thinking about taking the Infernape though. Are we in maximum survival mode? I think we are. I think Nidoqueen and Infernape are begging to force a loss, and it was Roserade 2, which is not a real Pokemon. Okay. I mean, if we run into a good, like, I think Gliscor could also do it quite easily. Honestly, if we run into a Pokemon we just miss Hydro Pump, it's kind of over. Is that an immediate switch to Blastoise? Problem is, Blastoise might be quite important later on in this game. I'm actually a bit tempted to explode. Probably should Earthquake, but there is reason behind explosion because it gets me off the field faster. Do about twice as much damage. It's not Shucker Berry, obviously. Okay. New goal is to put this in Icy Wind range, which is just above 20%. If we can do that much damage, you don't have to risk the miss. What is our ability on Licky as well? Classic. Crit would be a great idea. Gyro. We're gonna have the pump, I think. At least Blastoise resists Gyro. I don't think that mattered. Important attack. Although the most likely thing Celix was going to do there probably was Curse. There's definitely an argument for swapping to a Bomber Snow here and just using Wood Hammer. The reason I don't want to do that is probably the fact that Marowak 4 could use Stone Edge randomly because it's high crit. Just don't miss. Just don't miss. Was a lot more likely to be Marowak 2 or 4 because it's super effective. Okay. Can I use signal here? I think so. The only Pokemon that could beat me if I signal is Armaldo 3. The others I would be fine. So Armaldo 1 will never crit kill with a crit. Armaldo 2 sucks. Armaldo 4 takes Life Orb recoil. Maybe Armaldo... maybe. Maybe Armaldo 4 could also win with a crit. Okay. It's 3 or 4. If they crit, I lose. Oh, dude. Could still miss. I guess I've got Rock Slide flinch. Does Rock Slide, Hail, Wood Hammer always kill? Probably not always, but it feels a lot better to go for that than for the pure miss. Particularly because it is Armaldo 3 because it took no Life Orb. Do we go for the another flinch? I really want to use Wood Hammer. It's a fisherman. It's 20 IVs. We have a small IV advantage. We are brave. Close. Maybe Abomasnow 4 was better than we claim. Armaldo was upset about not being taken in the draft. Normal. Armaldo really wants to be on the team. I'm just not sure I agree. Really not sure I agree. We can't take random Marowak. We know it was an Earthquake Marowak because it switched in before the Armaldo did. Steelix Earthquake Stab would have been the strongest move. Armaldo really wants to be on the team. There's a lot of Pokemon I wish I had right now, yeah. I'm still waiting for my loss to a pump miss. It's gonna happen. I'm still waiting for Body Slam Paralyze into a 2-shot into Explosion. That's the reason I'm leading Licky. The Serene Grace Body Slam. What's the ability? Okay. I think we're always just slamming. I'm worried about giving it the quick feet boost. Blastoise should still be faster, but then we have to hit Pump. It's fine. We should live Life Orb close combat. The lax incense. Okay. Simply crit. You know what? I should have used Earthquake. I should have used Earthquake. I'm so stupid. It's got quick feet. I should have used Earthquake. I'm gonna get punished. Okay, it's fine. I'm paralyzed. I was already slower. Are we finally gonna get the Licky Licky explosion to force a 2 versus 1 endgame? I'm never swapping. It's only Snorlax 4 that would be able to kill me. Yes. Okay, I'm wondering if I can Earthquake twice and kill it. I probably can. But then it's a Blastoise 1v1. We've got no information what's in the back because this was a normal spec. And obviously Double Edge outscores like everything when Granbull's using it. If I'm really, really brave, what I could do is actually click Avalanche, even if it's Thick Fat, because then I go second and I get more Shell Bell healing. I don't know how I feel about that though. Like, it's probably the best chance for a Bomberstone to do something to the final Pokemon. Of course, if we get crit, we look like idiots. Yeah, it's fine. And now we get the big heal. So we'll kill if it's even if it's Thick Fat, it's fine because we can just Earthquake on the following turn. We're faster when we're not using a negative priority move. Okay, it is immunity. Now we get a big heal, and surely we can hit the final Pokemon as well. If it's Thick Fat, we just finish it off with Earthquake. Well, Snowcloak feels like a problem. It's not Frostlass 4 at least. We'll be okay into Frostlass 2 and to a lesser extent. No, I don't want to say we're fine into Frostlass 1 actually because of the hacks. Frostlass 3 would be the big problem. Oh no. If I lose because I gave Frostlass Snowcloak, I'm definitely leading off with Coat. Because it's not good against Frostlass 1, but we need to react immediately to Frostlass 3. 20%. Okay. Yeah, we'd need to hit 2 icy winds. It has Curse Body, true. Gonna Mega Evolve. So what do I want more out of Snorlax and Frostlass? And Gramble. I think we definitely take the D-Bond lead, right? No, no, no. It's fine. Snorlax wasn't thick fat anyway. So, it gets the defense drop. I hit Icy. And then I hit T-Bolt. Doesn't feel like it would ever be enough. Like Icy Wind and Thunderbolt together probably do about 75% after the Spadef drop. I think we need to hit Pump. I guess another option is we could switch back to Frostlass on close combat. And come back into another Flare Blitz. I just don't think Blastoise will live that into a close combat. I think it does too much. I think the 80 is slightly misleading. What we could do is put a Bomber Snow in on the Flare Blitz. Just sack it. Just put a Bomber Snow on the Flare Blitz. And then pray that the Torrent Hydra... The thing is, I gotta hit Torrent Hydra at the end of that line anyway. Don't I? Yeah, that's not gonna be... That's not a real line. I can't believe Infernape showed up right after. Okay, at least we hit. At least we hit. I think Infernape does a better Bomber Snow job than a Bomber Snow does. I think if we missed that pump, what we would have to have done is gone a Bomber Snow first, then swap praying it's close combat, and then we have to pray for the Snow Cloak. Altaria. So it's probably 1 or 3. More likely to be Altaria 3 because of highest damage from Physical Infernape. I don't think Blastoise being at such low HP is like really worth saving. Okay. And now we miss. Okay. There are some Pokemon that can mess up Destiny Bond, but there aren't that many. We should be in a good position. If it's Glaceon 1, what we'll do is we'll swap into an Ice Beam aimed at a Bomber Snow later and Destiny Bond then. I don't want to stay in past that. It's fine. Okay, good. Yeah, so we take Infernape for a Bomber Snow. We could take Glaceon 4, but I think I'd rather take Infernape. The triple ice team. This round is so cursed. Can Glacier beat the Battle Factory? No type again. Okay. We no longer have a terrible team. We do still have Blastoise 1, but Blastoise 1 is only bad if it misses. We would never miss. Okay. It's not set free because of Wise Glasses on Glaceon. And it's not set 4 because of Bright Powder on Altaria. So it has to be Regigigas 1 or 2. One second. Woof woof. What did I say? I said it wasn't 3 or 4. Which I think I just want to put pressure on Regigigas 2. Dogs like to bark at anything. Okay, it's very interesting you didn't Thunderwave first. That's unusual. Not Thunderwaving when slower. I don't want Infernape to take the Thunderwave. I think we're staying in. We could switch to Blastoise, but then it's 3 turns into slow start. And I don't think it's in close combat range yet, so we'd have to hit a move. And it could just confuse Ray Blastoise as well. On the other hand, once Frostlass is confused and paralyzed, it's also super unlikely to get a move off. I don't think close combat will kill. No, it's Impish. I was going to say if I missed the first one, I'd probably Signal Beam to put it in CC range. We should get the Torrent boost next turn. Maybe not. I don't know if it'll be enough. You see, if I'd been hit by Confuse Ray, I could definitely switch to Frostlass here, but it could easily Confuse Ray again. Nice. God damn it. We can save it, but in saving it, we take damage on Frostlass or Inferno. It's just not worth it. Surely we wouldn't miss the close combat. Oh no. Oh, that's a really awkward decision. Because Skarm 4 will Oko Frostlass. I do want to swap against Skarm 1 and 3, but Skarm 4 will Oko. I mean, Infernape in a 1v1 after Flare Blitzing Skarmory, it's not terrible. Why not Flare Blitz? Because Infernape dies. Oh yes, Skarm lives, yeah. I think we swap. I think we swap and we accept the Infernape 1v1 if it is Skarm 4. There's no information about the item clause I can see. It was Glacier and Altair. No, there's nothing. Can't Scum 2. Would have been better to Cern against Scum 2, but it's fine. It's fine. Crit wouldn't even be that bad. We'll have several chances to kill it through the +1 evasion here after it double teams. We can always go back and force it to fly again. Okay, nice. Yeah, we might want to gamble on Scarm. Because Scarm 2 embarrasses quite a lot of sets in the factory. Give me a reason not to do this. I definitely want to do it against Dugong 4 because of Surf Killing. Encore Disable, but Infernate beats Dugong 2 every time. No, we're always doing this. It's fine. Once it runs out of PP, it won't be able to touch Frostlass anyway. It's always Dugong 3. That's true. You gonna miss every time? It's gonna use Rest. Okay, so we just switch on the Rest and then we switch back on the Horn Drills. Until it's out of Horn Drill and then we kill it. I really just want to attack with Infernape, to be honest, because even if it survives, it's gonna die to Bolt. I can't be bothered. Deliberately missing all of its sheer cards, I know. Yeah, it did live. That's fine. Whatever. It should. Yeah, it should do. It is slower. There's no speed investment, so the Slackberry does not let it outspeed. It's very funny that it hit that one though. Just wants to let you know that it could have won if it wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, pound for pound, Scarm 2 is better than Blastoise 1. I don't know. Okay, he's not a water spec. So the way it works is because when Heart Gold, Soul Silver, it's set 4, always at gold print from Fortin. You can also bring legendaries, and legendaries don't have to be set 4, but the rest of Pokemon have to be set 4. And set 4, they do tend to be Pokemon that can be embarrassed by Skarm. I had to generalize. You could also take... I don't know. I think it's Skarm. I think we just take the best set and we hope. Because we don't have a good team composition anyway. Did the level 50 time reach gold? It's stuck at 28. It was the level 50 run was the backup in case I died at level 100 today. So we didn't have to play against random AI on stream. We're not taking Dugong Free. Dugong Free is a double agent. It never hits when you use it, but it always hits when it's used against you. It's the same as Lapras 2. If it had been like... If it had been something that water was good against, we probably would have kept Blastoise, yeah. $16. That's very rude. The lowest number he can say is 10. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. This is a bad team. Okay, what ability? Okay. We're definitely going Skarm, there's no doubt. Are Gold, Soul, Silver and Platinum under the same category? Because they're so similar. They're basically exactly the same. Should want the close combat, which does prevent the use of Roost, I feel. We could also switch back, of course, but then we switch in on another Stone Edge and we get lower and lower with Skarm. We could do that until we were in Stone Edge range and then we can Roost, and then it's not guaranteed to always be close combating. I do quite like just using Fly though, getting a turn of leftovers. We land, get close combated, then we fly again. I'm not sure if we live. I do like Fly though. I like the damage we do. We can miss Fly. Fly has a 5% chance to miss, but as long as we don't miss Fly, the worst thing that can happen against Gramble is that we would finish off with Ice Beam. Ideally, I would not be using close combat with Infernape ahead of the next Pokemon coming out. Thanks, Evan. Yeah, I like just the little bit of healing we get from leftovers. I think it's valuable. Fortin is 31 IVs, by the way. Little cheater. The 16% thing, is it? He says a random number. It is truly random. I don't know why the game devs made him say a random number. Okay, it did quite a bit there, didn't it? The thing is, we're not in Stone Edge range. Yeah, 1-2-1. We're not in Stone Edge range, so it's still gonna be close combat quite often here. It does become less likely at lower HP, of course. I think we fly again, and then we Roost. It's either that or we rip the double team right now. Because it'll be at minus... It's already at -1. It doesn't matter what we do. We just need to try and win the match with Skarm. If it kills Skarm, we just revenge with Frostas. It doesn't matter. Another option is actually Toxic. We could actually just Toxic. I don't like it as much though. I don't think we're winning this that often with Toxic. I think it's gonna be through Fly and Roost. Yeah, I know Toxic makes it faster. I think we do need to rely on a miss. We also have the chance to crit with Fly, which is nice. Why did you Stone Edge? Is that AI calc weirdness? Because it calculates the Skarmory type incorrectly on the damage internal calculator, doesn't it? On the AI. So there's a few options here. We can obviously Fly. We can attempt Roost. If we kill it with Fly, a low HP Skarmory is probably useless for the rest of the game. Like, we always did this to try and put ourselves low enough. Because it's more likely to try and kill us with Stone Edge in close combat. Because Stone Edge is high crit, which rolls plus AI scores independently of the kill. If we can Roost on Stone Edge, Skarmory can actually be useful in the end game. You're right. No, Ciso, you're right. It's Life Orb. If it got about the Life Orb boost on close combat. Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's why it's Stone Edged. It's fine. If it close combats here, it obviously kills because we've roosted and lost flying. Okay, nice. Don't crit though. Okay. What's coming out? Magnezone come out and trap me with Magnet Pull? Almost. Okay. Yeah, the AI doesn't include the Life Orb damage boost in the calculations it runs. I think... Well... yeah. The Focus Sash is super duper annoying here. I think we're gonna have to Destiny Bond this maybe. Problem is it lives because of Sash. If we let Skarm Fate and we debond, I unironically think Skarmory is more likely to win the last 1v1 than Infernape is. The last Pokemon is not electric and it's not normal. Infernape, there's so many water. There's so many random things like Muck in the game as well. The thing I'm thinking about now that might matter though is that Electrode might actually mirror coat. All that analysis is assuming that Electrode's always attacking Froslass or Infernape, but it can actually mirror coat both of them. Swamp at last would be funny. That would be a good way to end the stream. Electrode is much faster than Skarmory, so we are just dead. We stay in. the caps. I guess another thing we could say is maybe it's fine if Infernape gets hit by T-Bolt, because it's kind of a good thing to be closer to Blaze. Maybe we should have double teamed. This is definitely decision time, because if I go Froslass, I have to debond. If I go Infernape, I'm betting on it using Coat, basically. I mean, how many 1v1s does Froslass win with Ice Beam and Thunderbolt? We are modest. Yeah, Infernape is slower, but it can Mirror Coat Infernape. I don't trust Infernape in a final 1v1. I don't. Particularly knowing it's not a normal type. So many water types in this game. So many waters, so many poisons, so many random Pokemon. It's like anything that is just like halfway decent, like D-Knight. D-Knight 4 would just destroy it. Meant like Garchomp, there's so many. Mirror Coat me. Look, I'm Infernape free. Mirror Coat me. Is it technically better to go for T-Punch first? I really want to get it in range of Ice Beam though. Okay. I'm Infernape free. I'm a special set. It didn't even sash. Okay. And now you explode and it's all useless. Okay. Maybe you should have swapped there. It's not guaranteed to explode, no. Oh. We should always kill through Solid Rock. It's Solid Rock, that's totally Solid Rock damage. Hammer Arm! Oh yes, because it always gets +1 when it's slower. So it was hammer arm was +5 and the other moves were +4. It's definitely solid rock. And now we disrespect it. Hammer arm. Oh, we crit! No, no, that ruins the fun. What if it has Scrappy? True. Freaking Skarmory. It's not making me happy at all, this. In fact, I'm stewing here. Get over it, nerd. Does Fulton wear a cap? Like, is it a hat? Is it his hair? I don't think anyone knows. The Obama Snow Clutch was insane. We should have lost to that Armaldo. Armaldo 3. Doing the crit on Blastoise after Hydro Pump missed. What is our swap count anyway? I'm nothing if not consistent. Should we do a bonus round? I was planning on stopping, but we might as well do a bonus round. I was doing some practice last week. I had a set where Regiseal 2 swept everything. It was very funny. I also had T-Tar 2 to set the sand. Regiseal 2 is the double team Ironhead Toxic set. No types, okay. Yes, the Spinarak thing was so weird, but I was jumping around with save states, which is not a good thing to do. I think it's weird, like Suicune 3 in Gen 3 has the Rain Dance set, and for whatever reason in Gen 4 it became Hail. Okay, we don't really want to take Alakazam. Running out of options. Okay, we've got Togekiss 4 with Serene Grace. I probably do have to take Suicune, but I feel like I've used up my quota of Hydro Pump hits for today. Alakazam is pretty bad in the factory, unfortunately. And you're really slow, but you may be coming. I don't really want to take you. Yeah, I think we'll lead Togekiss. I'm just... There was no type spec in the first game, was there? I've played a bit of Never Swap and Always Swap. I don't enjoy it very much. Factory without the ability to change your team around, it just feels like you're getting bullied. That's my opinion. I think we'll take Roserade. Oh yeah, it was also Desmume, or however you say it, whereas I normally play on Melon DS, obviously. Yeah, let's lose to Blissey. Honestly, Regice is also quite scary, right? Oh, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. You can come, Whiskash, too. You're on the team. Yeah, basically everyone plays on emulator. It's just way more convenient to stream. The new leaderboards all require fully live stream streaks. Vespiquen. I know you have Thrash, you're Persian, right? You are. There's not Vespiquen 2. Double Metagross on the overlay. I believe. This might be a theme of this round. I believe. Actually, it can only be can only be 1 or 4, right? No, we didn't have anything of Life Orb. No, okay. That's not true. We are Serene Grace. We can... I'm worried about Troppleberry. On the other hand, the dangerous sets don't have Troppleberry. Let's see. Okay, it is set 1. That's fine though. I don't think Aurasphere would kill the others at full HP now. We crit. The crit almost certainly mattered there. You should be fine, just get consistent damage in first. Get it below half, so Earthquake will always kill. Huge crit. Holy. Holy! What? No, no, no. You're not allowed to get secondary effects, only I am. I'm the Serene Grace. Close game. Probably would have taken Metagross 4. But not Metagross 1. No, Gen 4 doesn't have the same IV quirks as Gen 3. So Gen 4 records are much lower than Gen 3 records because of that. Gen 4 in general is just harder. I am very tempted to Hyper Beam this. I don't want to deal with Stone Edge and all that nonsense. The crit! That's not necessary. Bastiodon. More likely to be a Stone Edge one then. Aaron is appearing on the overlay. You can tell from the Stone Edge damage that it's Bastiodon 1 and not Bastiodon 4. Bastiodon 4 is adamant. Max attack. Aaron appearing every now and then because it misreads the words. It's because it uses screen reading technology on the letters, like the letters up here. It tries and reads up here. So if I put my mouse over this, it'll actually break the screen reader. But the word Aaron is so short that it can sometimes misfire. Also, Skuntank lived. What the hell? That's not legal. I think it would be cheating to read the game data directly. Or too close to cheating. One day I'll fix the recognition on Mr. Mime. I'd love to swap for something a bit more solid over Suicune. I'm using... God, I changed it. I changed it because there were problems. I don't think it's CV2. I don't remember. I thought I'd do a lot more than that. It's easy to underestimate the special defense that Magmortar has at base, isn't it? We did two-shot. Maybe the first one was a low roll. Okay, that's an interesting switching decision. Ancient Power very likely from 1 and 4. Super effective moves against Togekiss make them more likely to be sent out. I should have Aura Sphered because of Lax and Sense, actually. Whatever. Well, at least I have Hail Blizzard. It's not Garchomp 4 because I've got Persenberry on Whiscash. Garchomp 1 is extremely scary. Okay. Sandstorm is also the correct turn 1, isn't it? Because it lets Dragon Claw 2-shot off the sand ship. I think I go Whiscash because I want to change the weather with Suicune. I'm not sure, like 292. I think it's already probably too late to save Togekiss. I don't want to click Hyper Beam now. I want to make sure that it's an Earthquake range of Whiscash. Once it's below 40, it won't double team anymore. Moonblast. Yeah, the enemy's cheating. Dragon Claw on a fairy type. Oh, the overlay is lying, is it? Sorry. The overlay is lying because it's... This is the tower overlay. I've just changed the word factory to tower. Right, we need to remove Sandvale. Luckily, we do have Blizzard Hail. In a twist of fate, Suicune 3 is being useful for the fact it has very good accuracy instead of very bad accuracy. Oh, you lie by yourself. That's fine. No! What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh no. I thought it was... Is it Gen 4 is different than Gen 3 then? How can you Sandstorm below 4? It just doesn't check the HP. Oh, Sandstorm is different to other weather conditions, isn't it? Does that make Shadow Ball better? It's already got Bright Powder and +1 evasion though. I don't know if it dies to 2 Hail instances and it can just Sandstorm again on Whiscash. And I take damage from Hail as well. I'm going to put myself in Earthquake 2-shot range, aren't I? I don't think Hail would kill it, no. I don't think it's going to die to 2 instances of Hail. I think it's going to be pre-Hail. It's going to... So Hail, Earthquake, Hail, Earthquake, Sandstorm. Whiscash has to hit a move. So why don't I just Shadow Ball first? Please, Garchomp 1. Garchomp 4 would have been easier to deal with. Much easier. Thank you. Okay. That's a weird thing to say. Ice. That's unusual. Think about taking Garchomp Ice type spec. No, Garchomp is not guaranteed to Sandstorm, it's just random between Sandstorm and Earthquake. I really want to take Garchomp, but I don't want to give up Togekiss. And I don't want to lose this Ice Trainer. Oh my god, am I not taking Garchomp 1? The problem is, like, what if it's just the... What if it's an Ice type that forces out Togekiss? I can't swap to Garchomp. I'd have to swap to Suicune. And it's like, well, what if it's a Water Ice? What I guess we could say is Togekiss just stays in. Togekiss just deals with it. And Weavile doesn't exist. Because there's 3 matches after this. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm not leaving behind Garchomp 1, it's just wrong. It was either this or replace Togekiss. Simply flinch. I'm a bit concerned about Regice and Weavile. So it's not Regice 1 because of Lumbreon, Suicune, but it's open to be any of the others. This is Sphere. Suicune isn't a valid switch. Crit it. Do a massive crit. Okay. Hey, Snoozer. I would still like to crit. It's pretty damn likely to use Curse this turn, which would be fine. Yeah. It's incredibly likely the other Ice type is going to swap in after this. Okay, yeah, that's the other Ice type, isn't it? Probably going Garchomp, because Garchomp's probably not be as useful against the final Ice. If Regirock 2 goes Ice Punch here, that's fine. I can finish it off with Suicune, and Garchomp should survive Ice Punch fairly often anyway. Last I've saved probably Registeel, yes. Exactly. It's fine, Terra Blast is banned. Double. It's like just below the V on the level indicator. Just below the V, so it will be rest. Presto Chesto. I can go for the crit or I can go for the double team. Oh, sorry, yeah, the slot, the rotating slot is from Battle Tower. Ignore it. That's not how factory works. Yeah, the trainer name does not matter in factory. Only their grouping, sorry. But yeah, in tower, this guy's a legendary spammer. Didn't know what in third gen. Yeah, the third gen battle tower, battle factory NPCs names don't matter. I like how we use double team and it just completely useless. Gen 4 and Gen 3 Factory are largely similar. The biggest difference is that there's no IV bug in Gen 4. And Gen 4 gold print is at 49 instead of 42. Yeah, we can aura beam. Finally, we can face Registeel Ice. What? The boss in Gen 3, Noland. Like, this is a 31 IV trainer. You just face him constantly. Blizzard can't miss from Suicune. So I just have to do damage. I don't have to kill it. Abomasnow 2 probably does survive Aura Sphere Blizzard, but it doesn't matter unless it hits double sheer cold. And it can't be Abomasnow 1 because of item clause. Yeah, it would be. I think it would be quite a serious mistake to go air slash. If air slash misses and we get crunched by like crit avalanche or crit blizzard or whatever, we can lose then. Yeah. It did not matter. The blizzard did not have the crit. The Star Streak. I played 0 to 28 yesterday. That's on my VOD channel. Yeah. And then this stream has been 28 to 52. To Reggie Snow. Yeah, Gen 4 does a much better job of spreading out the damaging moves and making each set different than Gen 3 does. Okay. I'm caught between Hyper Beaming and just going Garchomp. The scariest one is always Brave Bat. Let's just hedge against Brave Bat. Okay. The downside of Psychic is obviously the Hyper Berry. Okay. This is why we probably didn't want a Psychic. But we can swap now. I don't like Hypnosis is the issue. I think I'd rather stay. I think I'd rather Togekiss get slept than Garchomp, actually. Everyone loves high crit moves, reducing the chance of it using Hypnosis. Few issues with this, right? So it's not the Chesto Berry set because of Regirock. It's only really Focus Blast that would like actually be an issue. I could go to Suicune if I was really concerned about that. It's fine. It's fine. 1 in 3 to be Ampharos 4. And Ampharos 4 is going to use a random move between Thunder, Focus Blast, and Power Gem. It's not going to Focus Blast crit Garchomp, I've decided. It's really nice to keep Togekiss alive. No, no, no. Don't. No. Illegal. Stop. The game knows. I think the game knows. Focus Blast killed Togekiss, so it could randomly use any move that killed Togekiss. Yeah, once again, it's not Chesto. Togekiss is Expert Belt. And Regice was leftover, so this has to be Spexbro. It has to. Aaron's on the overlay again. Classic Aaron. It's something up here. I think it's the actual background of certain moves. It looks like the word Aaron to the screen reader. I'm definitely going to use accurate moves and not lose to missing into multiple psychic crits from Spexbro. Ampharon. Specs Bro might be better than Suicune. We'll see what the spec is. There's a tiny difference in how the fort and boss fight works on 21 and 49. It is genuinely a tiny difference though. There's most people who play Platinum versus Heart Gold, I think it's mostly a matter of which sprites you like more and which UI you like more. I do like the Heart Gold UI a lot though. I don't know about Specs Bro, dude. Like, so slow. Something Specs Bro does, which is good, is it does block the other choice specs uses. Like, I don't think I really care about that though. Like, Jinx 4 is not a problem. No, let's keep Suicune. Besides, we want to lose, right? We want to lose to a Hydro Pump miss. It'd be funny. Oh yeah, Heart Gold's also where you can also turn on the retro soundtrack. The OG set, you just get the generic trainer theme from Gen 2, and then the inside of the Battle Factory has no Gen 2 equivalent. I don't like T-Tar. I'm a bit concerned about how T-Tar 2 can Ice Punch, and then I can't swap the guard jump. Do we go Suicune? Do we go Suicune? It's Coffeesville. I'd never thought about that before, but you're right. Chester is definitely Coffeezilla. No, it'll live Aurasphere, definitely. The sand boost. It might be best to stay in though. I don't like going Suicune that much because of Hydro Pump miss chance. Okay, it's T-Tar 4, so hopefully it misses Stone Edge. But if it doesn't, that's fine. Like, whatever. T-Tar 4 is very dangerous, so trading for it is fine. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just revenge. I don't think T-Tar 1 and 4 would have ever set up, because they both saw kills. But I was very, very brave. I could have double teamed there, because double team and it was very likely to use Dragon Dance. But I was scared about double team into crunch crit, and then I lose. Okay. Get sand-veiled, idiot. This could go wrong. I mostly care about whether or not you're adamant or impish. Garchomp, please crit it. Please crit it. I'm concerned about Donphan 4 with Quick Claw Fisher. Excellent. I think taking Tita 4 not great on this team. We're already a little bit vulnerable into enemy set 4 waters. Last game, win or lose, last game. Donphan's a big boy. He's got 120 attack. He knows how to win. Inga. So Inga is actually a 24 IV trainer. This is something I should have mentioned. Past 49, not every single trainer is 31 IV. About 20% of them are 24 IV, and it is quite significant. Like, we have 350 HP on Garchomp. So, Garchomp is 24 IV. It doesn't matter too much. I think we're always going Garchomp here. Hopefully it's Armaldo 2, because Armaldo 2 sucks. That's fine. Hopefully iron defenses, because I don't really want to deal with X's or crit chance. Wheezing. .100 is the world record. Well, there might be some. There was a Japanese user who said they had 105 or something, but then they deleted their Twitter, and I'm not really sure what happened to them. So I don't know. Like, I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it because I wanted to know if they'd updated it since then. It might be neutralizing gas. Gen 4 is harder than Gen 3, yeah. Okay. Good news is we don't have to worry about Magnezone 4 because we're Bright Powder on Garchomp. Chance of it living feels tiny. Gen 4 tower is hard as well. Yes, I would say. I would say that. Nine? I'll add that to my capped total. Ooh, 10 badges. Scratch cards? We'll do scratch cards quickly, that sounds funny. It is pre-recorded, but I've paid CISO to say that in chat. Which one is scratch cards? Blue. Green. Green. No. Yes? No? No. Boo. Trick the game into thinking you're going to click here and then you click somewhere else. God damn it. No, you've been scammed. Mods. No. Right. You ripped me off. It's over. Completely ripped off. Yeah, let's write a bot to do that 9,998 more times. Oh. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll continue the streak next week, I think, but I'll be playing Seeded Factory as well. Seeded Factory Season 1. I'll do some videos to recap it as well, I think. Cool. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.